Valediction. By Julie. Wednesday morning at 5 o'clock, as the first pale light crept through the wooden shutters of the small Manila home, Ophelia lay awake. She had worked so hard, burned the midnight oil until her young eyes ached, all to carve out a sliver of pride in her parents' heavy hearts. Yet, to them, her quiet triumphs were mere shadows, while her smallest flaws were cast in harsh, unforgiving light. Every night, she cried herself into a silent exhaustion, only to rise each morning with a bright, painted smile, a fragile shield to convince the world, and two cold guardians, that her soul was not unraveling. On the eve of her graduation, the weight grew too vast for her tender shoulders to bear. Sitting in the dark beside her narrow bed, her heart ached for a single crumb of warmth. If only they knew, she thought, wiping the bitter tears from her burning cheeks. Tomorrow, I am to speak for the entire class. Perhaps now, they will love me. Gathering her waning courage, she tiptoed down the hallway, her letter pressed against her chest. But as her trembling hand reached out to knock, the harsh, cruel thunder of her parents' bitter quarreling burst through the thin wood. The air turned to ice. She retreated into the shadows, locked her bedroom door, and buried her face in her pillow, weeping for a home that had never truly been a sanctuary. When the sun fully rose, her mother walked down the corridor, calling her name with the familiar tone of sharp impatience. No answer came. The knob would not turn. Panic, sudden and sharp, seized the father, who reared back and forced the door open with a heavy crash. There lay their child upon the cold floor, bathed in the cruel morning sun. Beside her outstretched hand lay a shard of a broken mirror, its jagged edge stained with the finality of her despair. Upon her bed lay a single sheet of paper, held down by her pressed graduation stole. "Mom, Dad," the letter read. "I am so very tired of pretending to be whole while dying inside. Something inside me was denied for so many years. I tried to fight, but my heart cannot carry this burden any longer. Please go to the hall today. I was named valedictorian. I learned that valedict means to bid farewell. So I bid you both farewell, and thank you for the life you gave me. I love you forever. Your faithful daughter, Ophelia." Clutched in her husband's trembling arms, the mother stared at the quiet, motionless face of her child. "Why could she treat us so thoughtlessly?" the mother sobbed, her voice hollow against the empty walls. "We gave her everything money could buy. What did we do that was wrong?" She stood there, gripping the letter, entirely blind to the truth that what her daughter needed most was the one thing money could never purchase.